All right, I think I'm live. Here we go. Make sure I'm not muted. All right. Good Lord. What's happening? Nobody out there? I just thought I'd pop on. I got off of work a little while ago. I thought I'd do just a little short live stream here. I was just watching a different live stream. This dude, his name's Words of Paradise or whatever. He seems like an alright guy, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know. I've seen him on other people's streams and shit like that. Like, I don't particularly give a shit about anything he has to say. Like, the dude's like, it's like whatever. It's like whatever. I don't really care. I haven't really watched any of his videos individually, but I've seen him on other people's shows, and it's just like, he's just one of these dudes who's, you know, I'm gonna see if I can find, god damn, there's like no stable exits fucking anywhere, dude. And then, let's see what we got here. Yeah, all of this shit's got some fuck shit going on with it. What about up here? Okay. That's the thing though, man. Like, am I gonna, I'll go here. And then, allegedly I can go up here? I don't know how that's gonna work exactly, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Okay. Cool. So I'm just gonna try to make it through here to this area and then just exit. That's the plan. Pick up what I can along the way. Let's see, did it say anything about corrupted energy? Do we got some corrupted energy up in this B? Looks like we just got stable anchors, word. That's cool. I mean, I can always use stable energy. It's whatever. Yeah, I just wanted to hop on and just kind of share some of my thoughts on the it seems like they only really got through like one topic. And I don't know, I guess the stream was going on for a while, but it seems strange to me because it was like everybody was joining just as I hopped on, and then it's like they had the whole crew of people there for like 45 minutes to talk about shit. And all they ended up talking about was like Sonic a little bit, and then like sexy characters in video games, which and this is the same old fucking shit that's been getting talked about endlessly for like fucking years at this point. Like, all these different content creators have been talking about this same fucking shit. It's like, and then like you hear some of them talking. There was one dude on there talking. He's like not even getting the names of games right. Like, he couldn't remember what Stellar Blade was called. He like was struggling to fucking even remember names of fucking basic horse shit that it's just like, dog, you should know this stuff. Like, you're a fucking YouTuber. You should fucking know the names of the games that you're talking shit about, at least, since that's like your shtick. Shit talking games. Like, you should at least know what the fuck you're talking about, right? And I don't know, man. It's like these motherfuckers, they come out and they try to say they're not grifters, and then it's just like, dude, you barely know what you're talking about. Like, what do you mean? Oh, that looks like a cool paint job. Kind of excited about that. That's not what I want. But yeah, they were talking about Sonic games, and like they barely even completed the fucking discussion, you know? And I will say, I don't think Sonic Frontiers was a bad game. I also don't think it was like, I don't think it brought Sonic back by any means. Like, it was the best Sonic game in a while, I guess. I will say, I think Sonic Mania is probably like a better Sonic game in terms of like, ow. I think Sonic Mania, which was a fan-made game, and kudos to Sega for fucking having the intelligence to let their fans make a game or publish one of their fan-made games, because like too many of these other companies just like shut these fan projects down, and what they should be doing is monetizing these fucking fan projects just like Sega did. That's what they should be doing. This fucking thing, dude. There we go. Fucking cocksucker, like, targeting me like that. I know. They're all sentient or some shit. But that's for real what they should be doing. And, like, some of these, like, mods, they'll fucking bitch about mods and shit, but it's like, a lot of these companies should be looking at these mods and taking notes. I've talked about it before, like the Final Fantasy VII Remake. They should have just looked at what the modding community was doing to Final Fantasy VII, and they should have just fucking done it with their resources. They should have just done the same fucking thing the modding community was doing. They should have just remade the de facto original game, added all the fucking shit. They should have made it look like something like fucking Clara Obscura. That there's too much radiation here. I'm not going to stop for this shit. I'm not going to deal with it. What they should have done... Yeah, look at this thing leading me a bit. If I would have kept driving forward, it would have fucking hit me. But they should have made the graphics similar to something. They should have made the graphics in the battles look like what we got as far as the remake goes. That's all that should have looked like that. And then they should have made like a bigger character models, just essentially all the same shit that I'm not gonna go into it again, but like I think you get the idea. They should have just done what the fucking modders were doing. You're supposed to go after the fucking... Did he grab it? Yeah, he took the flare. Yeah, dude, there's too many of these fucking electrical towers out here. I'm not gonna fuck with it. What do we got over here? But it's like Sega was smart to take Sonic Mania and make it fucking official. And that's like Square Enix should have just fucking gotten in touch with the modding community when it comes to some of these remakes and just collaborated with fans. But they're too proud. They're too proud to collab with fans. When in reality, that's the thing that's gonna fucking push them over the top. Because the biggest thing, if you ask me, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says, how much they fucking love the Final Fantasy VII remake. I'm sure there's fucking good things about it. I like the first one, but it's like the fact that they like trashed the whole the fuck, dog? What happened? The fuck was that? Jesus. Can I take this basketball with me? The fact that, like... Come on, put the bat... You fucking cocksucker. God damn it. Keypad's all fucked up. Whatever, I'm gonna grab an electrician's kit. What we got? Here we go. The fact that Sega had the wherewithal to realize, like, holy shit, this is an awesome... This is an awesome, fan-made project. Let's, like, fucking make it legitimate and make some money off this shit. And then the modders got to make some money. And then it's like, you're basically like raising up, you're creating some fucking future game devs for yourself, even, you know, that you can collaborate with. And it was a passion project, so it's like real fans working on actual fucking games. Crazy, right? Like, take notes, Marvel. Fucking. But like I said, they think they know better. They fucking. They're the artistes, right? And that's the biggest problem in the industry. I've talked about it before. It's like people. These fucking dipshits aren't fans of the shit that they're working on. And it's just like, oh, yeah, we're making a game. And we're just going to do what we want, but the boss said we have to call it Dragon Age. That's literally every fucking game, every fucking movie when it comes to these franchises that end up failing. And it's like, Sega was smart enough, dude, to be like, yeah, we're going to turn Sonic Mania into a real game. And they should have just hired those fucking guys to work on Sonic games going forward. But it's like, Sonic Frontiers, I don't think it was a bad game. It was a good start. Just like Sonic 1 was a good start, Sonic 2 was an excellent segue to what ultimately was like the best Sonic game, which was Sonic 3. And it's like Sonic Frontiers, I think like it, you know, Sonic Frontiers 2 could be really fucking good. And then Sonic Frontiers 3 will be something special. God damn it. Provided. Okay, let me just. No, I hit the wrong button again. Where's my goddamn... God damn it. Son of a bitch, dude. Car's getting all fucked up. And... oh, there it is. Fucking Christ. Did the door fucking come off my car? That is seriously some bullshit, dude. No! I can't believe I didn't die. Okay, let's get the fuck out of here, dog. Oh, no. Get back in the fucking car. Get me the fuck out of here, dude. Jesus Christ. I never had that many anomalies appear from grabbing, and somehow my car is fine. How the fuck does that work? I just fucking ate all the explosions. Okay, oh lord. It's turning into a wild run already. Yeah, dog, it's cool. We're good. We gotta get that perfect timing for the tunnel here, unless there's a fucking tourist right in the way there. No, it's all good. Let me get in there. Let this fucking storm pass. Jesus. Anyway, Sonic Frontiers, it was a good fucking start, man. And just like any of the other Sonic games, like the original Sonic games, it was a good start, and it could be something special, but that's the thing. Get your fans to fucking work on this shit with you. If everybody you have working for you isn't a fucking fan. Because, dude, I don't understand any fucking game companies that are working on games and they got people that have never fucking played the game, didn't play the games growing up. Like, if it's an ongoing franchise, it's like really fucking obvious a lot of the times that none of the fucking people working on the games have any idea what made the games popular. They don't know what the fans like. They just think it's their turn to make their own vision. It's not your fucking vision, dude. That's not what the investors are paying for either. Like, and that's the problem too. I've already talked about like how the fact that the whole industry is just there to appease investors who don't know shit about the fucking franchise either. But yeah, Sonic Frontiers, decent. Sonic Mania was still a better fucking game than Frontiers. Like, for real. And what do we got here? Is this, can I get into this thing? Really? Okay. Did I already acquire a fucking quirk? Alright. Get out of here. At the next juncture, we'll turn the right. Wah! God damn, that spooked me, man. Holy shit. Something just fell off my goddamn wall over here and freaked me out. My little Gundam fig pin. I got these guys hanging up. Alright. But yeah, like I was saying, Sonic Frontiers is a decent start, but it's like Sonic Mania is a better game because fans worked on it. Period. And, oh, these fucking cocksuckers. Get out the road, you sons of whores. What do we got here? I don't think it's worth the stop. Well, fuck it, I stop. More of these companies should let fans help them with these games, man. Like, Armored Door. Do I have space enough for that? I think I could fit the Armored Door. Let's see here. These fuckers, I swear they get closer when you're not paying attention. Man, that hurts me? What the fuck? Whatever. It's good to know. You learn something new all the time in this fucking game. Cool. Do I have any more healing supplies? I gotta, like... Dude, they are getting closer. I gotta get the fuck out of here. According to this, somebody is watching. Two watching, it says. Well, one of them's me, so I can participate in the comments, but if anybody is watching, what's up? Feel free to say something. Join in on my conversation here. I'm gaming and talking. But yeah, like, when it came to the Final Fantasy VII Remake, they should have looked at fan mods, because, like, that's not to say, I don't think, like, the 7 Remake is bad, per se, but I don't think that, like, open world... What the fuck is this? I've never encountered this before. Hell yeah. Junker steering wheel, that's fucking cool. I don't think that the Final Fantasy VII Remake, I liked the first one a lot. You know, like, and... Okay, it was glitching out again for a second. It wasn't letting me fucking take my flashlight out. What do we got? The 7 Remake was alright. Like, the first one, I beat it. I did everything. I didn't platinum it, but I beat all the special bosses, I did all the shit. And, it was decent, but by the time I got to the second remake, which just it already fucking sounds stupid even saying it. But by the time I got to the fucking second remake, man, I got through the fucking grassy plains, and I was done. Like, I didn't sign up for a fucking open world game. Like, not every game needs to be fucking open world. Alright, it's time to get the fuck out of here. And Final Fantasy VII, the original game wasn't open world. That's not what the game was fucking about, man. So it just became something else, and that's not what I was looking for. If I want to play an open world game, I'll fucking play an open world game that does it better. And I mean, it didn't need to be a fucking open world game. It's fucking stupid. It completely just turned it into a different kind of experience. That wasn't Final Fantasy VII. It was just like a skin suit of Final Fantasy VII. With a different game. Because it didn't play like it, didn't feel like it, nothing about it, other than, like, just the music and the characters. It's like, oh, look, it's the characters from Final Fantasy VII in a different game, following vaguely the same story. But what they should have done is they should have gone to the fan modding community, seen what they were doing, and then just done a beefed up fucking version of that. Just beefed it up. Beef up the character models. Make the fucking battles look like something like Expedition 33 is looking like. Not that I have high hopes for that game at this point, because you can't have high hopes for any fucking games at this point with the way that the woke bamboozling just flies in on you. They like to fucking keep it sleeper now, and before you know it, you're like too far into the game and you realize it's woke. like Metaphor ReFantasio. And I've said before, like, a game having some woke shit in it won't ruin the game as long as the game's fucking... the core gameplay elements and other aspects of it are executed well. That's why Metaphor is still a decent game. Although, I mean, it bored me to tears, ultimately. The dungeons are way too samey. The side quests... Although, I've already gone over it too, but, I mean, for my one viewer, if there actually is somebody watching, I'll tell you, like, the dungeons were just too samey for me. But the side quest dungeons, I should say. Like, the side quest dungeons, I can commend them because they created dedicated ass fucking dungeons. Anomalous clouds, huh? Well, shit. I'm just gonna have to use some of my fucking vehicle power to heal up here because I was stupid and I didn't bring anything to heal myself with. Maybe I can make some first aid. Here we go. Yeah. I wasn't expecting fucking all hell to break loose as soon as I grabbed that goddamn anchor. What is up? There's some kind... I think there's some kind of quirk with my fucking vehicle here. Or the game's glitching out. Yeah, there's some kind of quirk that's not letting my door shut. I think I'm just gonna, like, check out these two buildings. And I'm just gonna warp back to the garage with what I've found. But I think the Final Fantasy VII Remake would have been a lot better. The biggest problem with it was the fact that it was episodical. The fact that it's 3 parts. That fucking ruined it for me. And the other aspect of it was the fact that it's fucking, the fact that they turned it into an open world game. That's never, like, they did that shit for themselves. They didn't do that for the fans. When they were like, oh, it's gonna take so much and we have to do so much. It's like, no, you don't. You didn't have to do all that shit with the game. Nobody asked for all that shit. Modern graphics, they should have kept the gameplay the same. But they decided that turn-based combat, they decided that that's obsolete. Even though Pokemon is like the most popular fucking game of all time. And nobody seems to fucking notice that that's turn-based for some reason, somehow. Let's just ignore that. What is going... yeah, I don't have enough energy for the fucking... Let me do a little jump here. That should be good enough. I don't want to waste too many resources, because it's like... I'm already gonna fucking waste whatever stable energy I collected here fixing the goddamn quirk that I acquired. Which I think has something to do with the door not closing. That's the thing, dude. There's a couple little glitches in this game. I hope they address them the next time they update it, but... oh, great. I hope they address it the next time... I'm about to crash into that shit. It's just funny to me, because there's so many people that simp for fucking Final Fantasy VII Remake. And the game just didn't do the sales, and even with the PC release, I doubt it reached the kinds of sales that they were gonna need to justify that shit. That's the other problem. Like, yeah, no shit, the rocks are breathing, dude. The rocks are doing all sorts of shit. I really wish that it would stop having that glitch, where suddenly it's like the R2 doesn't work. Damn it. No fucking chemicals. It's the only reason I even go after these fucking stupid things so often is because there's usually chemicals in here. But, I mean, like, the 7 Remake should have just been one complete game. And they should have just looked at the fan community's mods and done all that shit. Maybe even enlisted the help of some of the modders to help them with ideas, and you know, they should have taken pull. They should have done something. It's like Sonic Mania is an excellent example of Jesus Christ. Get the fuck out of here, man. Sonic Mania is an excellent example. That's something Sega needs to like keep doing. And not just like one fan game. They should be enlisting fan assistance in making all of their games. If you don't have people on your staff that grew up with those fucking games, find somebody who did, or find the people that are actually putting the time in to create these passion projects, get them in there and fucking get their help doing the shit. Hire some fucking YouTubers who have entire channels dedicated to it. Like, alright, let me see something here. How far up there is that? Because this hill's gonna be bullshit. I can already tell. I'm just gonna shut the car off. We're gonna run up here. Yeah, I was not gonna be able to drive up this shit. Allegedly, the off-road tires, like, help with this fucking shit, but... God damn, there it is. I don't like getting this far away from my car, ever. Yeah, sorry, my discussion here, I'm still getting used to... I want to, like, actually play games while I talk about shit. Unlike a lot of these YouTubers who all they do is talk about shit games that they think fucking suck before they even come out, and then they'll play said shit game. Shit. I don't want to be like these guys who just fucking don't play any games and just fucking talk about games that suck. That's what I'm sick of. That's what I can't watch anymore of online. Like, I'm so tired of, like, all these YouTubers. And it's like, you know, they call it rage baiting, whatever the fuck. And yeah, I know it gets you views and shit, but I don't give a fuck. I'd rather slowly build an audience who expects to watch me play games and actually know what the fuck I'm talking about when it comes to gaming, instead of like, I used to play games fucking 10 years ago and now I'm just going to rage bait everybody by talking about games that fucking suck all the time. So you won't catch me talking about Dragon Age the fucking Veilguard on my channel, and you won't catch me talking about shit I don't fucking give a fuck about that sucks, man. Like, I'm not gonna talk about suck shit. I'll talk about shit that I don't think is good, that I think is overrated, which I think, like, Final Fantasy VII Remake is definitely overrated. And that's not to say it's, like, a complete garbage game. Like, one day I'm gonna go back. I mean, I own the 7 Rebirth, whatever the fuck it's fucking called at this point. I have the game. It's just like, I got fucking bored with it immediately because it's just another fucking open world game. Like, you know what I could do? I could fucking finish playing through, Ghostwire Tokyo if I want to play an open world game. I could fucking try to play, I could try to play Cyberpunk that I bought for $15. I could try to play that, even though I don't think I'm ever gonna fucking touch that game again. But I could play something else that's supposed to be an open world game instead of Final Fantasy VII, which is not an open world game, not supposed to be an open world game. That's not what fucking sold the game the first time around. And I 100% think that the reason the game fucking didn't do well is because they made it into 3 episodes. I talked about that a little bit in one of my other channels, or my channel's other videos, which I have recently... I've been going in and putting timestamps in some of my longer videos. This guy's gonna see me. It's okay, though. What are you gonna do, bud? Fuck off. Okay. We gotta back up a little bit so I can activate this gateway. Come on. How much further do I have to go? Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. But that's like the #1 thing that fucked that game over. And it, even as like an uber fucking fan, I still have my copy that I bought from fucking Toys R Us when I was a kid. Like, I've beaten the original Final Fantasy VII more times than I can count, and I'm thinking about playing back through it soon, because it's that fucking good for what it is. And if they would have just, like, stayed true to it, I probably would have beaten it 2 to 3 times over at this point. Probably would have fucking bought it digitally and physically. I'd probably be playing it and streaming it right now on my fucking 4th playthrough. But yeah, they fucked themselves over, and it was greed. It didn't have to be episodical. That was 100% them being greedy. And it was just like I was talking about in my other video. Or my other stream. They just want to sell us the same games over and over again with incremental changes. Man, the car's in really good shape. I'm pretty impressed. They want to sell the same games over and over again with incremental changes. It's just like the Soul series. It's just like fucking Monster Hunter. They wanted that shit again, you know? They wanted something that they could keep selling us for fucking 10 years. It was 100% about greed. It didn't need to be fucking 3 episodes long. And it's just so fucking stupid. It's like, how did you not know? How did you not know, like, your whole fan base was going to fall off after... It's like, you're going to lose at least half of everybody after the first fucking game. Fans or not, you're going to lose half the people after the first game. That's just it. And like... Putting it on PC, that's not going to be enough. Not to mention, it just ended up pissing off, like, a lot of the people who bought their PS5s for exclusivity. Like, what is this? Put in the detailing station, do it. It's just like a lot of the people that are, like, there's so many people that are disenchanted and pissed off at Sony because of the fucking, the PS5 no longer having any fucking exclusive games. Like, all of it's going to PC because it was fucking bad marketing, man. It was bad marketing, bad fucking ideas. You didn't need a fucking 3-episode goddamn Final Fantasy VII. The shit's stupid. You start the game at level 15. Like, what? How many fucking RPGs do you start the game at level 15? And then they get rid of the sphere grid, basically, that you had from the original game for each of the weapons, which I mean, honestly, that was probably the coolest thing about the first remake, was the fucking fact that you could stylize your gameplay. Shut the fuck up. I don't give a shit. The fact that you could, like, stylize your gameplay. I mean, I beat most of the game with the nail bat, and that was fun as hell, man. I had a great fucking time using the nail bat. I want to see what this new cosmetic is. And what do? They got rid of that. And then you have to go to a fucking vending machine. This is interesting. I mean, I guess. Let's see what this fucking thing looks like. What the fuck is this? It's like a jerry-rigged steering wheel. That's funny. It sucks though. I don't like it. I'm gonna put my little racing wheel back on. Alright, let's see if we got quirks. Of course we have quirks. It's too fucking easy to get quirks in this fucking game, dude. I don't know. Okay, open this door, close it. What happens if I open the trunk? And this is what you have to do if you're not gonna waste your stable energy. Okay, let's see. Let's keep the light on. What's this doing? See, I'm gonna have to like turn the steering wheel, fuck around, let's see, what happens? Oh shit. It looks like the windshield wipers just don't work at all. Okay, hold on, it's because I don't have the power on. Alright, what do we got here? Left, right, nothing. Ugh, stupid fucking quirks, dude. How many are there? There's one quirk. Whatever, I guess I'll waste some of my energy just to get a vague idea of what it might be. Let's see here. Wipers. I knew it had something with the wipers. Alright, let's see if we can figure it out. Oh god, I hate the radio. What is up with the wipers? Okay, that doesn't seem to be bothering the wipers. Did they slow down when I think maybe they're slowing down when I turn the fucking light on? I can't fucking tell. And some of the quirks don't fucking matter. It's like, I had one quirk where if I opened the trunk, it shut all my other doors. Like, that was kind of useful, honestly. Like, yeah, I think there's a lot of reasons why the 7 remake didn't work, but like I think the main reason is that it was fucking 3 episodes. That's and not to mention like a lot of people I've talked to about it, at least the people that didn't like it, they didn't like how much stupid shit there was to do. Whatever, let's just waste all of it. Let's see. Wipers goes right. I don't understand. Okay, the wiper goes right. It doesn't make any sense. You know what? I don't give a fuck about this quirk. Because I barely use the wipers anyway. They don't even seem to really fucking make a difference when I'm in the rain. Like, I barely notice that the wipers even fucking do anything. So, I'm gonna let that I'm gonna let that problem. Mini turbine. Okay. Hydro generator. Raindrops, right. The turbine's gonna be useful, I think. Neato. So what I'm going to want to do eventually is, like, I'm going to mount 2 turbines, one on either side, and then on the top, or maybe just on one side, because I want to keep that fuel synthesizer. On the top, I want to put a solar panel and another trunk. That way, whenever I'm moving, I'll be slowly generating energy. And if it's sunny out, I'll slowly generate energy. I'll have a second trunk for space. Hopefully, I just won't have to worry about battery power or gasoline anymore. That's like my dream. Because that's the shit that usually ruins runs for me. So let's see here. Do I have some fucking first aid hiding out? Did I just, like, forget to bring the shit with me? I'm gonna make some more. I have 6 of them in the car? Oh, you know what? They were in the fucking trunk, man. They were in the trunk the whole time, and I just didn't notice. I'm retarded. That's cool, though. It's okay. I'm gonna keep one out here because I don't want to have to go in the trunk every time. Actually, I can just keep it on me. What am I talking about? Yeah, so the 7 remake, I don't know, man. They went over, like, the people I talk to about it, the people that criticize it and are critical of it, like I am, a lot of similar complaints. It's like there's just too much superfluous fucking horseshit to do, and if you don't do it, that's what all the good materia and the stuff you actually want to see from the original game that you're looking forward to is hidden and locked behind these side activities. That's not what the original game was about, man. Like, to get all the cool materia and shit like that in the original game, you had to fucking pay attention, and you had to explore the entire map for each area you went to. That's as far as it needed to go. And ultimately, the problem comes back to the fact that it was open world, man. I really believe that. The open world shit, it takes too much away from the actual focus of the game. And then the good things about the first one, they took it away. It's like, what the fuck was with you having to go to a vending machine to purchase your combination abilities with other characters? Which, I mean, I'm sorry, but nobody fucking asked for any combination abilities either. This isn't Chrono Trigger. Like, and that's my point. Like, it was just, the scope is too much. There was no fucking reason for Square Enix to do that much fucking shit. It didn't have, like, not every game has to be the everything game. And that's one of the problems with so many games nowadays. They want it to be the fucking everything game. They want it to be like the only game you fucking play. And it's like, dude, I had much, like right now I'm playing through Ender Magnolia, and I just finished Ender Lilies, which, if there really is one person, oh no, now there's only just me watching now, but whatever. If there's Ender Lilies took me 23 hours to beat, and that game was fucking awesome, man. And I was thankful for the length that game was, and it was focused. It was like, hold up, I'm gonna make another coffee real quick. I might cut out a little bit, because if I get up and move around, my headset doesn't like that. And I know, I'm babbling a bit, but I'll get it together. Go back to the point I was trying to make, which was what they were talking about on the live stream for that dude Words of Paradise and the other people talking. Excuse me. Sonic. I mean, the newest Sonic, Sonic Frontier, suffers from the same shit. They were trying to do too much. Trying to do too much shit with it, trying to make it an open world game. It didn't need to be an open world game, man. It didn't need to be. Not every game has to be an open world game. Not every game has to be 100 fucking hours. I 100% think that they should just really look at the community instead of thinking that they know best. Because, dude, like, the people that made the original games that were fucking awesome back in the day, none of those people are at any of these companies anymore. It's just like another example, like Inofune totally botching Mighty Number 9. Like, and just not fucking delivering. There was no reason that game couldn't have been a success, but you know what? He was trying to do too much, man. Once again, like, the biggest thing that made that game suck, there were two things. Like, I thought that the character design was pretty lame. The main character, the graphic style, it was pretty lame. He would have been better served to like make it more like 8 or 16-bit. But the mechanic where you had to dash into enemies after you killed them, that was fucking stupid. To absorb them or whatever, that was stupid. That was fucking stupid and lame. He fucked it up. And that was a no-brainer, too. It was going to be the first in a new series, man. He literally could have made it just like the original Mega Man. Or just make it as much like Mega Man X as you could. Like, have an armor set that you collect for the character. You know, like, just take everything that actually made Mega Man X really good, and he should have done that for Mighty Number 9. But, you know, I'm all over the place here. I will say, when I was watching tonight, they're talking about Sonic not being good. And I really think it peaked in Sonic 3. Sonic Frontiers, just another example, they're trying to do too much with it. Just like Final Fantasy VII, they're trying to do too much. And these companies, it's like they want everything to be a fucking universe. They want to have something that they can just make games make the same game over and over again for the next 10 years while making incremental changes to it. And they think that that's like, not everything has to be a fucking franchise. Not everything has to be a franchise. Not everything has to be an open world game. I'm not even looking forward to the third part of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Like, what the fuck is that going to be? Like, are you going to start that game at level fucking 40? Like, how are they even going to handle that shit, dude? And it's like everything you accomplished, all the time you put in for the first game, like none of that shit matters as you go into the second game. It was just fucking stupid, man. It was fucking stupid. And as far as like spectacle goes, sure, I guess. But like I said, it's like I was talking about in the other live stream. It's all incremental changes. They just want to sell you the same game over and over and over again with incremental changes. And that's the thing. They just want your money for as little work as possible. They want to like use the same assets, same mechanics, the same shit. Look what they're doing with Dark Souls, man. This multiplayer game. It's such a fucking obvious cash grab. Like, and people are still getting hyped for it. Because they know it'll work. People are going to fall for it. They're going to buy it. And I'm not buying that shit. I'm not buying Monster Hunter Wilds either. I'll buy that game when it's fucking $12, just like Monster Hunter Rise. There's no reason. So yeah, like whatever their topic was on Words of Paradise, like They barely really addressed it. It's like a few people talked about Sonic, sort of, but they didn't. They didn't really create like a fucking worthwhile conversation about around it. If you ask me, and my whole point is, Sonic Mania was great. They should get the fans to help them make more games. They should get the fans to help them make Sonic Frontiers great, so that the second and third Sonic Frontiers are really fucking good. As far as like making it open world, I don't think that's necessary. I think that it's fine to have a world hub, like similar to Mario 64, let's say, but it doesn't need to be that big. You don't need to fucking run around that far to get to each, because the fun of the game is actually going into each level, and doing the levels, and when they do throwback shit and make you play in 2D and make you play in 3D. Same with fucking Mario Odyssey, when they made you do the little fucking 8-bit NES style segments and stuff like that. Do more shit like that, man, and get the fans to help you do that kind of shit. And you don't need that big fucking... Have one open overworld, I guess, or do it like Mario style. It was cool, you know, you start in a grass area, go to a desert area, sure. But it doesn't need to be a whole big-ass open world and shit like that. It doesn't need to be... And it wasn't like Breath of the Wild. When people were saying, like, Sonic Breath of the Wild, that wasn't fucking... It wasn't like Breath of the Wild. Hold up. It wasn't like Breath of the Wild. The open world was mostly empty, as save for like some bigger monsters that you had to do stupid shit for, and then some nonsensical floating fucking pipes and shit like that, and grinding, I don't even know what you'd fucking call them, fucking grinding pipes. I don't fucking know. Nonsensically floating in the air, not actually part of any structure. They're just floating in the air against seemingly the physics that apply to you, because you can't just fly. But the open world areas didn't do shit for me, and I stopped playing the game once I got to like the desert area. In any case, they don't need to do that shit. And my point about Sonic, the point I want to make is Sonic Mania was better than Sonic Frontiers as far as like delivering a Sonic experience. And I think Sonic Frontiers 2 could be awesome if they got like the guys that made Sonic Mania to fucking help them, and maybe get the opinions on some other... If there's like a dedicated Sonic YouTuber out there that their whole channel is about Sonic, talk to that guy too. But that's my point about Sonic the Hedgehog. And I would say the peak Sonic games are Sonic 3 and Sonic Mania. And Sonic Mania, probably a little better because it just captures all the best things about the original games, including Sonic 3. And that's it. That's just where Sonic is at. Frontiers wasn't terrible, but it's a good start to take the series. It's the first time, in my opinion, that they were able to successfully capture the feel of Sonic in a 3D environment. They weren't able to do that correctly up until now, somehow, surprisingly. Way to go, Sega. But, whatever. Yeah, same problem with that game. Overbloated horseshit. Make it a more concise experience. It doesn't need to be Breath of the Wild. It needs to be Sonic the fucking Hedgehog. Going over to the other topic they're talking about sexy women in games, right? I'm of the opinion, it's like, I don't buy games to jerk off to them. And I don't think you should have to be able to jerk off to a game in order for it to, like, be a good game. I don't think there has to be, like, jerk option. Like, it should be, like, jerk optional. It doesn't need that shit. I think I'll be able to make 2 more insulated doors, man. Do I have enough room to... I think I'm gonna fucking grind apart my steel doors, because I'll have insulated doors and lead doors to... As far as, like, sexy bitches in games, I think that video games are make-believe, so, like, why wouldn't you make the characters attractive? Because, like, just having attractive characters is just gonna help all around. It's like an ideal form, you know? Like, why wouldn't you make the characters attractive to attract more viewers. Yeah, see how that works? Attract more players. I get it. If you want to make a character ugly, that's cool. If like there's a reason to make the character ugly, if that like serves a purpose in the game, I guess, or like in the storytelling, if that serves a purpose. If there, let's say there's some female character who's like real jealous of the main character, right? Or something like that. Or they're supposed to be scary or some shit. Like, sure. There's plenty of reasons to have ugly characters. If they're a monster, if they're this or that. But like, to make all the female characters in your games like kind of fugly, I don't understand why you would want to do that. It doesn't make any sense to me. I think that if you're gonna have female characters in the game, you should make them attractive, unless like making them ugly makes sense and makes sense somehow for whatever reason, whatever creative reason you have. And you know, there's been ugly characters in games because they're supposed to be ugly. They're ugly, you know. But I don't think making them ugly to like be more inclusive, that shit is fucking retarded. That's just bad marketing. Light blue, teal. There we go. There's no reason for that. Also, it's like, I don't think that every character needs to have huge fucking tits, you know? Like, you watch anime, every character doesn't have huge tits, right? Like, they don't all need to have huge tits. See, I gotta make 2 more insulated panels if I can. People are attracted to different, it takes all kinds, right? So, whatever. Some people like girls with fucking little titties. That's fine. They don't all have to have huge tits. But I think they should be allowed. I don't think it's exclusionary to give them big titties. But at the same time, like, it's not for me. I don't really buy games because I'm like, oh man, look how big the character's tits are. Like, I don't fucking care if there's titties or no titties, or how big the titties are. It doesn't. I don't give a shit. Where could I put this where it's not going to be in my fucking way all the time? Actually, this is a good place for it. Do what you want. Like, if that's how you're trying to market your game, sick. Sexy characters. But me personally, I don't buy games to jerk off to them. I don't give a shit. I can go watch porn for free. That being said, I think my whole car's got insulated parts, boys. Fuck. Oh, no, you fucking piece of shit. I'm missing 1 panel. I can't make another insulated panel, can I? Nope. Bummer, man. That's alright. I'm just missing 1 insulated panel. That's cool, though. This means I don't have to worry about lightning for the most part. Sick. Hell yeah. We're looking good, man. The car's in great shape. Whatever quirk it has, I don't give a shit about. I'll just keep driving it until I figure that out. So I'm just gonna like grab my coffee, and I'm gonna finish my point about sexy characters in games. I don't think sexy characters should be disallowed. I don't think that it serves the game company to make a character. I think I might do the dragon decal again. I like this shit better than what I got going on right now. For me, it's like take it or leave. I prefer the characters be attractive than ugly. Because, I mean, you're selling a product, man, and the operative term here is attract. You want to attract viewers. You want to attract players. Like, I don't know why the fuck you'd make them ugly if you're trying to market and sell something. There's, like, that's like if you're building a car, you make it ugly. Why would you make it ugly? You know, that's like the problem with the fucking Tesla truck, if you ask me. It's like, why would you make the thing you're trying to sell intentionally ugly? Because that's not even going to appeal to ugly people, you know? And there's not a lot of people that are ugly out there who, like, are sitting around thinking like, damn, I'm ugly. I wish I could play a game as an ugly person. Like, that's not a train of thought that you're coming across often enough to make a fucking video game. So I'm a little torn on the whole thing. Like, cool, have I think the characters should be attractive because it's fucking make believe, man. Why wouldn't you make them more idealized, more attractive? And they don't seem to have this problem with dudes, other than like they need to make them feminine. But they're fine with putting like big beefy fucking dudes into games still and making them muscular. That's apparently okay, but not big tittied, big ass, sexy bitches. They all have to be flat chested and shit. I don't get it. I don't think that, like I said, the operative term is attractive. So if you're like making a game, you should make the characters attractive so you can attract players. That being said, I don't play games based on that. Like if I see a game and the characters are fucking ugly, I'm gonna know the game is woke. I'm going to know there's no purpose to them being ugly other than as like a virtue signal for the developers to see themselves, I guess. I don't know who the fuck they think they're seeing in these characters, but to me it's a virtue signal. And we don't need that shit. Nobody needs that shit. Even ugly people, they don't want that shit. Women don't want that shit. Like, it's been proven time and again. Like, big titty bitches are not going to offend any female gamers. They'd probably rather have the girls looking good rather than them looking ugly. Not to mention, it's like a lot of these girls, if it's a game where you can, like, gussy up your character and dress them up and shit, women like that kind of shit. That's just... And I'm not gonna let anybody call me like sexist or fucking cis because I acknowledge a female quality. It's like the whole reason a game like Nikki even fucking works out is because it's like dress up the fucking game, and women want to do that shit. They don't want to dress up some ugly ass bitch. They want to dress up a pretty lady that they envision. They think of themselves as a pretty lady. Like, yeah, some women have low self-esteem, but it's like a lot of the women I know, they're pretty fucking empowered at this point, and they think they're beautiful even when they're not, you know? So you don't have a lot of women out there who are like, I'm fucking ugly. I want to be this ugly bitch in this game. That's not how fantasies work. Just like with men and their power fantasies. It's like men enjoy power fantasies. That's why you don't want to play as a character that's a fucking pussy. That's why so many people didn't like Shinji in Neon Genesis. Like, they wanted to see, like, sure, he could start out as a pussy, but they want to see the dude step up at some point and be a fucking badass. They want to see him be a fucking badass at some point. And it only happens like once or twice in the entirety of the original Neon Genesis. But for the most part, he's a fucking pussy. And that's frustrating for men. Men don't like, they want to see a developmental arc. If you're starting out with a pussy character, you want him to be a fucking badass by the end of it. Just like, I guess if you're going to start with an ugly character, maybe you want him to fucking, you want to see a beautiful character by the end of it. I don't really understand how that could be an arc though, unless you're like playing some kind of horror simulator, or hooker simulator, not horror, hooker. That's what I'm thinking. Prostitute simulator, which oddly enough, I'm surprised nobody's made that yet. But point being is like, the fantasy is not about playing an ugly character. The fantasy is playing a beautiful character and having the other characters in the game thinking you're beautiful too. And you see your character and you're happy about your character because she's beautiful. You made her beautiful. You got her all the cool outfits. You got her the cool fucking makeup. You got her the cool hairdo. Just like as a dude, the power fantasy is like, I got him the cool armor. I got him the fucking big sword that I wanted. That's the fantasy. That's the attraction, man. So it's like when it comes to attractive characters, like that's part of the fantasy. Even if you're fucking ugly in real life, that's why I would like to play as a beautiful person in the game, because it's a fantasy. It's make believe. The operative terms are all there. You know, it's in the describing of it. You can figure out why you would want to do it that way. Nobody's fantasizing about being a butt ugly fucking bitch riding around on a speeder bike in Star Wars. No. And that game would have been much better served if they did like a Shepard style, where you could, you know, because in the original Mass Effect, you could make Shepard a woman, or you could make it a dude. You know, they showed it in all the advertisements and shit like that. They showed him as a dude. He's like canonically a dude. But they could have done that in Star Wars, where you could have been a lady or you could have been a dude. Just have the same voice actor, maybe modulate the voice a little bit if you want to. But you could have been a dude, you could have been a lady. That game would have done so much better if you could have been a sexy lady bounty hunter or a fucking dashing handsome dude bounty hunter like fucking Han Solo, you know? Or you could be a sexy ass bitch like Leia, and you could be the bounty hunter, but you're a beautiful Leia looking bitch. Whatever. Like, that's the fantasy, man. Like, nobody's fantasizing about being an ugly motherfucker in a fantasy world. It's a fantasy for a reason. And attractive characters means you're gonna fucking attract viewers and players. That's a no-brainer. So from that perspective, that's why I think the characters should be attractive in games. Maybe the bad guys be ugly, you know, or the monsters, shit like that. But the player characters, they should be beautiful. They should be attractive to attract the gamer, for fuck's sake. That's the whole reason movie stars got famous and shit. Not for being ugly, for being fucking sexy. Anyway, that's how I feel about like the whole sex appeal side of it. I don't play games to jerk off, so I don't give a shit. They don't have to be super sexy. I don't give a shit. They can be flat-chested. They don't need huge titties. They don't need a huge ass. At least have the females have pretty faces, though. At least have them have pretty faces, even if you're not going to make them like huge tittied and huge ass. I don't care. I'm not jerking off to video games. I've never jerked off to a video game before. And I don't have... All of my friends growing up were fucking dorks like me. Never once did we talk about fucking gooning to a game. We never once talked about jerking off to a game. Because if you have the internet, you have access to porn. Okay? So, there it is. But I think that fucking characters' faces should not be goddamn ugly. They shouldn't. And the character should be allowed to have big tits and big asses. And if it's a game where you're creating your own character, you should be able to make those tits as big as you want. If you've ever played Phantasy Star Online 2, and you've seen some of the fucking characters that people have made, they have fucking tits bigger than their entire character model. It's fucking ridiculous. I've taken some screenshots of characters with huge asses and tits, like comically huge. To the point where it's ridiculous and borderline disgusting. It's like body horror. You should be allowed to do that shit in a fucking game where you create a character, I think. And if you really want, if you're creating a character, sure, you can make them ugly. Any character creator has the capacity for you to be able to make the character ugly. So that just comes, that's already built into the character creator. But if you're playing a game with like a dedicated heroine or hero, they should be attractive because you want to attract the player base. You want to create and embody that fantasy for the player, right? Especially if it's like an immersive world. It's like you don't want to. I think I'm just beating a dead horse here, but I think I made my point. Like, I don't really care about huge ass and titties, but they should at least be like have an attractive face, a beautiful face. And at least be attractive enough to have some level of fantasy fulfillment. So that's where I'm at. I don't need to be able to jerk off to it, but there's no reason to make these characters ugly unless I'm doing it myself in the character creator. Yeah, and one of the big things that sells games is like people falling in love with the characters. And a lot of the times, and it's not me, I don't get crushes on fucking fictitious characters. I don't even get crushes on movie stars and shit. I don't get that crap. I'm a fucking grown man. I don't understand any grown men who get crushes. I feel like getting crushes is something that happens when you're a fucking teenager, or it should be. If you're a grown man having crushes on girls and shit like that, you're fucking low-key a pussy, if you ask me. That's like fucking, that's virgin energy there. That's like simping and virgin energy. You shouldn't be having crushes on girls, man. That's like child's play. But you know, a lot of people, they fall in love with these characters, and part of it is like they crush on the character, and it's like their fucking dream lover or whatever. That's fine. I think that should be allowed. That's something, I'm not saying that people shouldn't be allowed to do that, but I do think for dudes, that's kind of some pussy shit, having a crush. But if it's a fictional character, whatever. You do what you want on your own time, but that's your pride, that's your fantasy, that's your private shit. I think it should be allowed. For me, it's just not the case with me. I don't get crushes on these characters, but I think that they should be attractive enough that you could get a crush on them. You know, it's fucking make believe. It's pretend, man. It's pretend. It should stay pretend. We don't need reality in it. That's just why, like you look at somebody like heel versus babyface as like him talking about current daying us. That's what that shit is, making the characters ugly and shit. You're bringing this conversation in of like, oh, you're fucking shaming ugly people, man. Bleh, we're all beautiful, no matter how fucking hideous you are. You're bringing in these current day isms that don't need to be in our fantasies. They don't need to be in our fantasies, man. If you want to make an ugly character with a character creator, there it is. It's a character creator. It's the whole fucking idea. You create whatever character you want, right? But if you're making like dedicated, pre-designed characters for a pre-designed story, they should be attractive. Like, I look at Metaphor ReFantasio. Yeah, the characters are attractive in the game. They're not ugly, you know? If anything, they're pretty fucking plain looking. But it's hilarious to me in the cutscenes that you got that night girl, whatever the fuck her name is, because they're all so fucking forgettable. You got that night girl. She's got some fucking big titties in the animated cutscenes, but no titties in the game. That's kind of hilarious. Looks like they got the animation done ahead of time, and before they decided to inseminate the game with woke horse shit, ideology bullshit. But that's my whole point on the sexiness. I think that the characters should be attractive. I don't think they necessarily need like big ass tits and asses every fucking time, because different people find different things attractive. Like, I see plenty of girls that have little tits and little asses that are still super cute and sexy and totally bangable. like I said, it takes all kinds. Some people prefer that. Some people prefer fucking flat-chested girls. It's a reality. Some guys don't like to swim in tits. That's the reality. But me, I do. I actually, when it comes to my own personal preferences, I like big titties or little titties. I don't give a shit. Titties are titties in my book. But when it comes to video games, I think the character should be attractive unless it's the player's choice to make an ugly character. I guess that sums it up for me. That statement right there. The character should be attractive unless it's the player's choice to make an ugly character. And there it is. And the player should also have the ability to make an attractive character if they choose to. If it's a game where you're creating characters. Case closed. But if they want to fucking sell games, they should make the characters attractive in order to attract players. I don't know. Call me crazy. Crazy. Yeah. Yeah, so those were the two topics they talked about on the stream, and I made a point about each thing. They just kind of talked in circles, and looking in the chat, it was like, dude, man, I go into a lot of these chats, and whenever they actually get a girl to come onto the stream, even when it's like a VTuber, man, and you're not even looking at a real girl, it's just like a jiggly animated character. These dudes are still in the chat, like, simping and shit, and it's like, they're like, oh yeah, titties, and it's like, it's hella virgin energy. It's like, all you motherfuckers are talking like you've never fucking been laid. And like, some of these content creators, I'm not gonna shame them by name, but dude, it's like they'll be like simping over girls in their chat that they like know and stuff like that, and that shit's so cringe, dude. It's like, please, man, please act like you've hung out with a girl in real life. Like you have the capacity to hang out with a girl in real life, because a lot of these dudes, I don't think they fucking see women very often, other than like out in public when they're in the grocery store. I don't think they actually like know women that they talk to. I'm a fucking bartender, so I know dozens and dozens of women on a first name basis that I can have a conversation with, and a lot of them are really fucking sexy and hot. But I don't simp for them, and I don't fucking make a deal out of the fact that they're sexy and hot. I certainly don't tell them that. I don't sit there and be like, I have a crush on you. I'm a fucking grown man. I'm gonna have a crush. It's so fucking cringe, man. It's like, I talk to these women like they're people. I talk to them like they're one of my bros. And you know how much fucking more that helps? It's like, I could probably hook up with a lot of these ladies, but you know what? I'm really fucking sick of it. I'm sick of relationships, sick of fucking dealing with other people's wants and needs. I don't want to fucking have a discussion. Like right now, I wouldn't be able to be doing this if I was dating a girl. And yeah, a lot of people would be saying like, oh, if you find the right girl. No, man. Maybe there is the right girl out there, but you know what? Her being cool with me being up at fucking, what time is it right now where I'm at? Me being up at 5:45 in the morning after finishing an 8-hour shift at the bar, she'd be trying to sleep right now. She would now be down with me just talking like this to fucking nobody. Or if I want to fucking go for a walk, or do this, or do that, or even be a bartender, man. Like, most women that I would date probably wouldn't be too pumped about me being a bartender, especially if they wanted to be, like, long-term. And it's not just because, like, the obvious shit where it's like, oh, you're constantly talking to all sorts of different women. I don't like that. It's not even that. It's the hours, man. The hours are a bigger obstacle than jealousy. It's like, they're not going to want to deal with the fact that I'm going into work at like 6, 7 p.m. at night, and I don't get home until fucking 3 in the morning. And then after I'm home at 3 in the morning, I'm going to hop on a game like Pacific Drive and talk out of my ass about Final Fantasy and Sonic the Hedgehog for, how long have I been going now? An hour, right? With nobody watching me. I got 2 thumbs up in here, so I had somebody watching me for, I don't know, like 30 minutes. But sometimes I got to get better at talking while I'm playing. Maybe I have to write some notes down to keep me more concise or something, but yeah, I was on that live stream today, and I walked away with that. I walked away from that with like, I barely had anything to even think about other than like, oh, does Sonic suck or not? And should there be hot bitches in games? there's like they absolutely did not have a nuanced conversation whatsoever about either of those topics. So I decided that I'd get on here and like try to make a concise point about each thing. I feel like I made a good point about I made a good point about sexy characters in games. Like I really think that the characters should be sexy unless you choose to make them ugly. If it's a game with character creator, the characters should be attractive. And like I said, Sonic Mania is the best Sonic game next to Sonic Frontiers right now. Next to Sonic 3, and then I'd say distant, probably Sonic 2, Sonic 1, and then Sonic Frontiers. Sonic Mania, Sonic 3, Sonic 2, Sonic 1, Sonic Frontiers. Those are the best Sonic games. I got Sonic for the Neo Geo Pocket. I need to play that one a bit more. It's not that bad. There's a few other Sonic games I should play a little bit more. But as far as all the Sonic games I've played Sonic 1, 2, 3, 4. I've beaten all three of them. I beat Sonic and Knuckles. I played Sonic Chaotix. I haven't beaten it, though. I played Sonic Frontier, didn't beat it. Played Sonic Mania, I didn't beat that either. But, like, I played enough of those games to know whether I liked them or not. Sonic Chaotix was okay. I feel like that game would be a lot more fun if I had somebody to play it with me. But I still think, even without beating Sonic Mania, I think it's one of the best Sonic games. Because some of the effects and stuff like that in that game wouldn't be achievable on the original Sega Genesis. So it actually elevates the original experience, in my opinion. And the music is really good. The level design is great because it was made by fans who fucking know what makes a good Sonic game. And that's like drawing from talking about Sonic and what games were good. I'm drawing that out into the realm of more fans should be involved in the creation of some of these projects, because like the people who originally conceived these things, they're fucking gone. They might be dead or old enough that they've moved on from the industry, they're retired, whatever the fuck. So you don't have those magical people there anymore who it was their vision. So it's like the people that are carrying on the torch that understand it are the fans. And it's like a lot of time, I mean, I watch a lot of Nerdrotic and stuff, even though I don't like superhero movies or shows anymore, because I think they've ruined that genre. It needs to go the way of the spaghetti western. They just have to leave it alone. And like, until somebody invents a new superhero that actually puts an interesting twist on shit. Like for instance, Invincible's pretty okay, besides like some of the woke shit in it. It's pretty woke shit in there. And like I've talked about this before, it wouldn't bother me. It doesn't bother me to the point where I won't watch the show, but like there's enough performative woke shit in there that I think it hurts the show. It hurts it. And if you want to say, oh, it was like that in the comic, J-Lord, it was like that in the comic. Okay, cool. Then the comic was woke too. Great. I don't fucking care. Like, as long as there's more good shit than woke shit, then I'm on board. And like I keep saying, I'm of the unpopular opinion that I liked Forspoken. I liked that game. What I didn't like about that game was all the characters and the story. And that includes the main character. She was like, honestly, the least terrible character out of all the characters, but still, that didn't make her good. But the good things about that game were the movement, the sorcery, the enemies, the environments, and the world. All of that shit was awesome. Really well done. If that game would have had a good story and characters that were not performatively diverse, it could have been a fucking amazing game. But I still had a fucking really good time with it. And for real, I'd play it again. I might do a new game plus playthrough of it, and maybe I'll even fucking live stream it for funsies, just to be a dickhead, just to see if I can get some people like fucking shit talking me for it, which I wouldn't care. I don't care. None of that shit bothers me. I don't have any fucking viewers. Apparently, I have one viewer. I got 2 thumbs up here. I got one viewer out there somewhere, but it was probably too late for them, so they went to bed. But Well, let's see. I should probably go to bed pretty soon here too. I gotta go back to the bar tomorrow, work another 8 hours, which the bar that I work at, there's a theater next door. It's like a historic theater, and they do Rocky Horror every Friday. They show the movie, and they have a bunch of actors in air quotes, just basically people who dress up and run around and act a fool during the film, and they get audience engagement and stuff like that going. You know what? I'm still talking. I'm still going. Maybe I'm going to take a look and see if there's a perpetual. There it is. Yeah, we're going. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do one more little run since I want to get my last panel. I want to get my last insulated panel, so the whole car is insulated. That'll be fucking cool. I do want to talk about Final Fantasy a bit more, though, and maybe I'll be able to figure out what's up with the, oh, shit. Jesus Christ. What am I doing here? I'm going to keep the wipers going, even though it's going to take some power out. I just want to see, like, if I can figure the quirk out without wasting some of my stable energy. Anyway, I want to talk about the Final Fantasy VII Remake a little bit more, much along the same vein of what I was talking about with Sonic. Because everything about Sonic Frontiers was good when you were actually in the levels doing the stages. That shit was fucking good. It was really good. And then you get out of the stage and you're fucking running around a world map, sucking your own dick. That's what it felt like. It was lame. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to play it again. I also heard that like there was an update that like changed the way that some of the momentum worked in the game. Because like you would jump in the game and it would like, it was weird. It would like stall your momentum. So it sounds to me like they were able to kind of figure out. Is that one of those fucking heaps of trash that... Pacemaker. Can I like saw this apart? What is going on right now? I don't understand what this is. A pacemaker. Hold up. I can like put something in here? Interesting. This is a new anomaly for me, so that scanning that might actually let me build something new, which is pretty cool actually. That's good. Already this little trip has been fucking worth it just for that. I love the way my car looks with all this fucking insulated shit on it. It's fucking hella cool. Oh hey, look at that. Is that okay, that's okay, cool. There's a lot of stuff out here that's not showing up on the map, like this. I don't know what this is. Anomaly encounters. Yeah, that is an abductor. Oh, hey, guy. Are you going towards my car, you fucking piece of shit? God damn it. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Jesus Christ. Actually, kind of was helpful that the fucking abductor was there. I could take apart these guys for some scraps and shit, but I think I'm gonna get the fuck out of here for now. Jesus Christ. How many abductors? Fuck out of here, bro. Good lord, getting the fuck out. Holy shit. Yeah. So these tires, they do cause you to slip and slide a bit, but I'm gonna keep trying them out. The off-road tires are like superior in the sense that they get you more traction off-road. It's practically the same as driving. But the thing is every time you drive off-road, even with the off-road tires, you end up getting flats, like often. Often enough that it's a fucking pain in the ass. So I just feel like I wonder if I can cut across here. I feel like I would much rather... See, this is another one of those. I'm gonna check it out real quick. See if there's like something inside it. No. I wonder, like... I don't know, like... What could I put in there, right? I don't even know what I could put in there. Hold up. Does that even do it? Does that do anything? Okay, it like ate it. I don't understand. I'm gonna have to... This is gonna be an ongoing investigation for me. Okay, I'm gonna collect all the arc devices. I wouldn't be surprised if I develop a fucking quirk because of... Oh. Wish the wiper wasn't so close. Okay. I'm gonna get this stable energy up here. And then... That's not what I wanted to do, but it's cool. What is going on in here, man? This is odd. There's a bit of anomalous shit going on with fucking... It's cool, it's cool. I'm into it, I'm into it. No, 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 no! No, 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 you fuck! What is that thing? Okay, no, it just looked like bigger than usual, but thankfully it didn't drag my car too far. Jesus Christ. These guys are pretty aggressive out here. Alright. Get our, stable energy. That's nice. It's like right on the side of the road for me here. Yeah, man, I wish I understood what was up with those, but it's goddamn. Hey, electrocuting my shit won't matter anymore. One more panel to go. Alright, hold up. We'll go this way. I am getting kind of tired. But I'm gonna keep talking for a few more minutes though. Final Fantasy VII Remake. I want to play through it, I want to finish it, but I am unmotivated. when I get it in me again to want to play an open world game, then I'll fucking do it. But right now, every time I try to pick up and play it, I don't feel like playing through an open world game. So it is kind of cool how those things keep up with you like that. That's pretty neat. Here we go. Where is it? I'm like on top of it, it's saying, practically. Damn, dog. Okay, there it is. What is this, man? All sorts of... The boys are gathered, right? Hello, boys. My stable energy. Yes, Lord, yes. Oh, shit. We got a storm coming. It is upon us. Let's see, I'm gonna see which way the wind's blowing. I'm gonna brace the car, I think. Brace the car against the building here. I just want to see the storm come in so I can see which way it's blowing. Looks like it's moving south actually, so I don't think I need to worry about it. Jesus. Alright. God damn, this whole thing's... I'm just gonna go in here and try to grab, oh, god damn, dog. Getting fucked up here. Yeah, that's all I want is the chemicals. Jesus. Give me a fucking break once. Ugh. God, fuck these anomalies. Yeah, like... They should have done the remake. They should have, like, fucking gotten the fans who worked on all the... Oh, no, no, no. Oh, this thing fucking really surrounded me, man. They should have gotten the fans to work on that remake. With them. I think. Thoughts and shit. They should have looked at, like I said, what the modding community was doing. And they should have... They should have just made the game that everybody was trying to make through mods. It didn't have to be... I guess the main thing, because I've already made this point, but the main thing is, it's like... They made it sound like they had no choice but to, like, make it the way that they did, and that's a fucking lie. They wanted it to be 3 parts so they could sell us the same game 3 times. That's what they fucking wanted to do. And... And it's like the same shit with Monster Hunter. That's another game that they're selling us over and over again. Like, I haven't even finished Monster Hunter Rise. I'll probably, you know what I'll do? I'll probably buy Monster Hunter Wilds when I finish Monster Hunter Rise. If I ever finish Monster Hunter Rise, you know? And there's a part of me that doesn't think that I will. I'll probably end up playing through Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's pretty cool. When the last one comes out. Once they announce the last one, I'll probably, in the weeks leading up to it, play through this one. It'll be just the same as Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Like, I didn't particularly like Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Like, it was a good enough game, but just like Forspoken, I didn't like the fucking characters. And, there was just too much, like, I don't know, most of the characters sucked, and they had huge titties. They were really annoying. There was too many cutscenes, too much talking, too much like, oh, I'm in love with you, kind of horse shit. Between Rex and, what's her face? Can't remember her name right now. But their whole relationship, I just didn't fucking care about it. And so many people were simping on that game for that character just because she had big tits. And that's like extra virgin olive oil energy right there. That's just fucking virgin energy. Same virgin energy I was catching in all the chats tonight. Which, ugh, God, just thinking about that, it's got me fucking feeling like a supreme hater. It's like the fucking neckbeards in that chat tonight. Like, there was a stupid Asian dev bitch on the screen for 2 minutes, and these fucking virgins were just like, oh man, she's hot. It's like, dude, why are you talking about this on a chat where it's like mostly dudes? The only female's a VTuber that you all are still simping for as well, even though she's a fucking VTuber. And it was really funny because the Words of Paradise guy, somebody in the chat says, in reference to the VTuber, said something about catfishing, and he called the dude a faggot. And it's like, he's like, catfishing? Shut the fuck up, faggot. It's like, whoa, dude. Chill the fuck out, bro. Like, you're simping that hard for your VTuber? And it's like a lot of people joke, it's like, he was just playing on the same joke that, like, most people think, like, VTubers are fucking big fat asses, or they're hideous, or whatever, and that's the reason that they're a VTuber, right? And that's kind of the ongoing thing, and I know the reason people, you know, especially girls, lots of female VTubers, because they don't have to worry about their image. They don't have to worry about wearing makeup. What do we got here? Show me the legend. We got 2 radar towers, or over here. Or are the towers? I'm not gonna care about those, I don't think. Usually there's like... there isn't like super hella useful shit in those radar towers. Oftentimes there's like some kind of conversion device that is really obtuse in the way that it operates. It's really coming down, man. It's kind of awesome. I like it. I like these storms. I'm gonna go get this, the 2 stable anchors. Alright. Wasn't so bad. I don't think we barely took any damage from that, which is fucking sick. Normally I wouldn't drive through shit like that, but I wanted to test my insulation, and I gotta say, I'm pretty pleased with it. You know, the thing is I don't really mind that I skid around a little bit with these tires. It's kind of a small price to pay not to have to fucking worry about getting flats and shit. And it kind of makes it a little bit more fun. You have to drive more, you know? You have to do more to maintain control of the vehicle and shit, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, man, it was pretty cringe. Like, all the dudes in the chat just being like, ugh, this Asian dev chick is hot. And she was like, pretty mid. It's just because her titties were out. And that's what I'm talking about, this fucking virgin energy, dude. It's like, dude, act like you've been there, man. And the thing is I think like a lot of these guys who spend a lot of their time in chats like that, they're either like really lonely middle-aged men, or they're 20-something-year-old fucking Zoomer virgins because all these kids are afraid to fuck each other these days. And most of them are fucking scared to admit that they're straight because they fucking feel pressured like they need to be part of the gay community for some fucking stupid reason. Oopsies. It's like, you don't have to be in the gay community, bro. Get the fuck off my car, you piece of shit. Fucking cocksuckers. Yeah. Get fucked. What do you want, bitch? I wonder what this does to him. Yeah, I guess it just... Probably gonna have more quirks because of this. Let's see here. Hey, we don't want that. Back it up, Jesus Christ. Alright, what do I need to do with this thing? Alright, I gotta stick this in some water. It was just raining too. How the fuck is this thing dehydrated? Well, if we come across some water, we'll fucking know what to do, baby. Okay. Straight ahead. Where is it? I'm about to be overcome by a storm, too. Let's get this done as quick as possible. No. Oh my God. You know what? I'm just gonna fucking activate this bitch right here. Driving through the woods. Yeah, piss off, fuckface. I don't know what, like, the shit that I read, I was reading a little bit of tips and tricks. Surprisingly, there's, like, not a lot of tips and tricks for this game online. There's not even a dedicated game facts. Homeboy's talking about the fucking, not, the unpuncturable tires not being great. Dude, I don't care about their drivability, like, being not as fucking good. Like, first of all, I don't know what they're talking about driving off-road with these. These are ideal for driving off-road because I'm not going to puncture my shit like I'm gonna with the off-road tires. Like, this shit is awesome. I don't have to worry about wasting my sealing kits. Ugh. I'm gonna park the car, reheat my coffee a little bit here. I let it go. I let it get cold, man. Oh shit! I should probably turn. No, that's. Here, shut the fucking door. Okay. Let's shut her down. Is my shit still electrified? This headlight is. Okay. No fix for that. What if I fucking kick it? How many more quirks did I acquire during that trip? Fucking 3, dude. Dude, for real, the most bullshit mechanic in this game is the fucking quirks, dude. They give you there's way too many. You get way too many quirks. It's such a huge waste of fucking resources to deal with this many quirks, man. It really is. You know, I'm gonna, let's see here, I'm gonna put this guy in there. We'll shut the trunk. Shut that trunk, my boy. Let's see here. Put some of my resources outside here. I did. I'm acquiring a fair amount of resources, man. I'm into it. There. Keep it in front of that door. Stays out of the way. Oh, hey, what? Here's a useless... This shit's fucking retarded, dude. Nothing that thing ever says is, like, poignant or helpful to me. Or even, like, it doesn't even serve to, like, it does, like, nothing for the story, in my opinion. It'd be cool if, like, I don't know, it actually gave me some pertinent lore, anything, but it never does. What else is fucked up? The other headlight. It might honestly be more worthwhile to just replace the fucking headlights rather than waste my putty on them. There we go. You know what? I might just keep my spare putty in here. I'll keep 20 flares. Hello, greetings. Let's see. Oh man, most of my flashlight's fucked up, my crowbar's fucked up. Let's see here, I'll probably just put my crowbar in the fucking grinder. One scrap. Thank you, Lord. What about my flashlight? My flashlight's still got a little life in it. I'm gonna do it. Hey. That's fine. What else we got? We gotta refuel. Everything else is in pretty good condition. Hello, dear viewer. My one and only viewer. How goes it? Feel free to type me a little message there. Say hello. Alright, I'm gonna try to figure out. First, before I start fucking around with these quirks, I'm gonna see if I can purchase anything useful. What do we got here? Side battery, hydro generator. I don't know, man. The hydro generator... It's gotta be like raining for me to acquire more. Alright, I guess I'm gonna take it down the line. I'm gonna build that just so that I can get access to the other. Now, I'm not really sure what quirks I've acquired here. I'm just gonna try to fuck around a little bit with the vehicle and see if... Let's see, we'll turn left, right, nothing there, turn it on. What about the wipers? Left, right, keep it in park. Doesn't seem to do anything. Like apparently the wipers go to the right when I... they always go to the right, so I don't know what the fuck the quirk is supposed to be. Huh? Okay. Ah. When the wipers go to the right, the speedometer goes to the right. Okay. That's a fucking goofy quirk that I guess... Some of these quirks don't fucking matter, man, but, I guess it's kind of amusing. Okay, wiper goes right. Not fuel, I think. I guess dashboard. Speedometer fails. Hey! We fixed it, boys. Or girl. I don't know who's watching, what you are, but we fixed it. So earlier I was just talking a little bit, let's see here, about Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, the car. The car what? Let's see. I'll try some of the... What if I kick it? That do anything? Like, if one of the quirks is, like, if I kick my car, something happens. Like, who gives a fuck? I hardly ever kick my car. Like, maybe when, one of those little bunny guys fucking... I guess it's like... If I don't even notice the quirk, what difference does it make? We'll open the hood once. You know what? Good thing to do is turn the car... Oh, I'm gonna turn the lights up. Turn the car on. No. Hmm. Yeah. I guess I probably just shouldn't worry about some of these quirks that if I can't even fucking tell. If I can't even tell what the hell's going on, I think I just shouldn't worry about the quirk until it, like, comes up naturally. I'll check something out here, look at the map. Oh, that's awesome. This area is perpetually stable again. I can go back here and just farm even more shit, which is sick. What about this little area? I don't like it. This area? It's a new anomaly. I'll probably go back here though, since it's perpetually stable, and investigate it again for my next trip. See if I can get that insulated panel. Damn you. I need more copper. You know what, I just got all those light bulbs though. If I dismantle some of those light bulbs, I might be able to get some copper out of here too. Yep, there's a piece. Yeah, if I do in fact have one viewer and this is not some time delayed shit, I will recap a little bit what I was talking about earlier. I was watching a live stream and they were trying to have a discussion about Sonic the Hedgehog. And like, I don't know really what the fuck their point was. Like, I think it was like whether or not people liked Sonic. Which is like, whatever, cool if you do, cool if you don't. But, I decided that I would just like make a coherent point. You know what? I'm gonna fucking build one of... No! Well, that's fine. I can get more copper. I'm gonna build one of these radars because sometimes I run into situations where I need it. I've run into more than one situation where I needed it. It just lets me see where the anchors are at when I'm like on foot, since I can't look at... So I need 2 copper. Since I can't like look at my little screen in here that's on the passenger side to see where it's located, you use that little locator, it'll show you when you're on foot like where you need to go. Look at all these bulbs, baby. I got 1 copper for that. Sick, dude. 5 light bulbs. The fuck? Wondering what else could I don't know if there's anything else I could scrap for copper, man. I need 1 copper. What do I got? I think it takes let me see here. What if I don't want to get rid of my jumper. I'm gonna give it a go here. I never really have to use these, so there we go. There it is. There's that copper we wanted. Now I'm gonna make the last insulated panel. And my motherfucker's gonna be complete. Completely insulated, dog. Pretty happy about that. Check it out. I think I have just enough teal paint to make it all match, too. Anyway, they were talking about Sonic. And, there was, like, really no coherent fucking point. Other than people just kind of, like, talking about if they like it or not. And I'm gonna say Sonic Mania is like the best Sonic game. And these stupid flare guns are fucking useless, dog. I'll put it somewhere else. Sonic Mania... No. Is the best Sonic game, I think, as far as, like, new Sonic games. I think it's better than Sonic Frontiers. Despite Sonic Frontiers being 3D and all that shit. It felt like the OG Sonic games, but better. And part of the reason for that, it was made by the fans. That's the point I'm getting at. And Sega actually, like, went to the fans and were like, hey, we want to make your fan project like a real Sega product, and they did it. That's what they should be doing with like a lot of games that are remakes, if you ask me. That's what they should have done with the Final Fantasy VII remake. They should have talked to the fans, and they should have looked at the kinds of mod, because there's all sorts of mods people have done, like really cool mods for the original Final Fantasy VII to like give it more modern graphics and all sorts of shit. Like they should have used that as like a template for or a starting point for the Final Fantasy VII remake, instead of like they're just greedy. That's why they made it 3 parts. They try to act like, oh, if we make it a modern game, like it's impossible. It needs to be a 3-part, 10-year process, which is like 100% just them wanting to sell us the same game 3 times with incremental changes, which is most of the video game industry right now. All the Souls games. What? Oh, I was like, what the fuck? Most of the Souls games, all the Souls games, it's like even Elden Ring, dude, for as touted as that was for being so fucking awesome, which, don't get me wrong, it's an awesome game, but it's just another Souls game, man. Like, it's just another Souls. Ooh, shit. Padded parka? Yes, my lord. I'm doing it. I think you just automatically equip this shit. I need swamp coral. Padded parka. Surviving zone. Well, I'm not going to look at that just this minute. Who's in here? Hello, dear viewer. Allegedly, there's a person watching. Well, Jellord greets you. I've been playing Pacific Drive quite a bit lately. I really like this game. Like, not a lot of people talk about it online, I will say. There's like a little bit of woke shit in it. Like, they have like every imaginable gay LGBTQ flag you can possibly imagine, and even like a Black Lives Matter sticker, which is really fucking, it's just ridiculous they put the shit in here, but whatever, it's not enough to ruin the game in my opinion. There's so much good shit about this game that I don't give a shit that there's a little bit of woke garbage in it. I feel that way about any game. It's just, what, can I actually turn this on or off? Like I said, I actually enjoyed Forspoken. The only things I didn't like about Forspoken were all of the characters in the story. But the gameplay, the environments, the worlds, the enemies, the abilities, the combat, I liked everything else. My car's looking pretty sick. It's looking like some kind of tricked out Ghostbusters mobile. Like, this is pretty fucking awesome. For real. I'm really happy with it. I might switch up the color though. Like, let's see what I got. I got red. I got red, I got white, I got brown. Somebody's watching. What color you think I should change my car to? Huh? Any ideas? Red, white, brown? Let me know. Tell me in the live chat. Yeah, this person must be, whoever's watching must be asleep or some shit, and just has it running. Yeah, dog. Battery. The car's in good shape. Full tank, full battery, full everything. I'm ready to go on another trip. but I think I might save it for tomorrow night because it's like 6:30, 7 in the morning. Let me see. I don't want to leave you hanging if you are watching. The last thing to finish what I was talking about, like a lot of these, like for instance, Final Fantasy IX Remake, I'm not going to buy any of those games if they make it into 3 parts again. Because I think Square Enix thinks they're so creatively bankrupt that I think that they think they're going to be able to make their bread and butter by completely remaking all of their games into giant open world games, which I think is fucking stupid. Nobody's got time to wait that long for that shit. And it's just, I'm not fucking playing my games episodically like that. Like, I don't care what anybody says. I'm not playing through those games like that. They should look at what the modding community does around Final. I don't even know if there's as much of a modding scene around Final Fantasy IX as there is around 7. I mean, they have whole ass mods like redoing the game for 7, all the graphics, everything about the game. I don't know if it's so much like that for 9. And I'm gonna be real. I don't care for it. I don't want that shit. I'm not gonna. I'll fucking buy the game if they make 9 into 3 parts like they did with 7. I'll wait till all 3 of them are out before I buy any of them. Hold up. Just gonna get my coffee hot again. Yeah, I'll wait until if my speaker's crackling up a little bit. It's just because I'm moving around. I'm using my PlayStation headset, so it doesn't like me walking around too much. There you go. I just said hello. Come on. If there's somebody watching, say something to me. Unless you're asleep or you can't. Is that you, Kate? But yeah, earlier I was making fun too, because earlier I was on a stream. Besides talking about Final Fantasy and remakes and shit like that, I was talking about sexy women on like in video games and stuff. And my biggest point was like, I think video game characters should be attractive, unless the player wants to make an ugly character, and that's assuming it's a game where you get to create your own character. But if it's a game with like characters designed by artists and shit like that, the characters should be attractive. Even if they don't have huge titties and huge asses, they should have attractive faces and shit. They shouldn't like be weird, hideous motherfuckers like the bitch from the new Star Wars game. Like, I said earlier in the stream, but just in case somebody's watching, I'll reiterate. If they would have made that game like Mass Effect, where you could make Shepard a man or a woman and just generally make them however the fuck you want and like modulate their voice to suit what you want, that game would have done so much better, because then people would have been able to like do their fantasy fulfillment. Because like the operative term is attractive. If the character's attractive, you're going to attract players. So that's pretty much how I feel about it. Like, sexy characters, good looking characters. I mean, I don't buy games to fucking jerk off to them. I've never jerked off to a fucking video game. That's the last thing I give a fuck about. I care about the gameplay first and foremost, and if there's a story, maybe we'll put that in a close second, and then thirdly, the aesthetic. And sometimes sometimes any of those 3 things interchangeably, if they're really poignant, they can make up for the others not being as good. Just like in Forspoken, the story is shit and the characters are shit, but the gameplay, I think, is good. I really enjoyed it. But everything else besides the gameplay is shit. I mean, it does look very cool. I'll give it that. The enemies and the way that the magic looks, very cool. I think a lot of people who shit all over that game I think a lot of the people who shit all over that game did not get very far in the game. But I think that characters should be attractive in video games. At least they shouldn't have hideous faces, even if they're not going to have giant titties and giant asses. Like, they should at least be attractive. Attractive enough to be able to create a sense of fantasy fulfillment. Man, that used to be between runs, I could dismantle this car over here, but now the only thing I got is it's just a computer and another guy. Oh, you know what? I can check the friendly dumpster. Hey, plasma. More plastic. More plasma. Plastic. Thanks, buddy. Hey. Yeah, but when it... Oh, fuck yeah. Some repair putty. Always welcome. More repair putty. Hell yes. Thank you, friendly dumpster. You're my hero. We'll put that in our putty reserves. Yeah, if they make Final Fantasy IX like episodical, which you know they're gonna fucking do it, man. And they're gonna make it an open world game. Count me out. At least until all the games are out and they release it. Cause you know when the last Final Fantasy game comes out, they're gonna release a fucking big collection of them. And, it's gonna be bullshit. Like, everybody could have just waited for that. But they're too greedy, man. That's the only reason they're making it episodical, is because they're fucking greedy. 100%. I'm just wandering around here, just talking out of my ass. I'm probably gonna stop pretty soon, but yeah, like, when it comes to Sonic, I love Sonic. I'm a fucking diehard Sonic fan. I think Sonic Adventure was a fucking awesome game, but that game had a lot of jank, and in a lot of ways, like, when you were doing the sequences that were like fast and shit, the pacing was fucked up. It's like you couldn't platform at high speeds and shit. It was like you'd be going high speed, some stupid shit would be happening, and your character would just be running. It didn't matter what direction you held or if you were holding a direction. It was almost like watching a cutscene. And then they just kind of weaved those cutscenes into moments where you suddenly stop and then you're platforming. And it was still a great game, in my opinion. I love that there were all the different characters and they all played differently. Even when you played as the fat cat, whatever the fuck his name was, where you're just going around the world fishing. I thought that shit, all of that was fucking, I loved all that shit. You could play as Tails, you could play as Knuckles, you could play as fucking, what's her face, Amy. I loved all of that shit, and the collectibles, everything else was legit. And that's just another example where it's like the gameplay wasn't quite there, but everything else was fun enough. But I think they're gonna fuck up the Final Fantasy IX remake if they make it episodical. If they make it one fucking game, and if they make it look like that Expedition 33, where they just modernize the graphics but keep the same core gameplay elements. Make it the same game, just add more side quests, add some extra shit, add extra post-game stuff, add a couple more super bosses, but make it the same game and just make it look really good. Maybe fix some of the problems with the original, like the fact that you couldn't get, to get Steinert's best weapon, you had to fucking speed run the game and get to a certain point in something like under 13 hours or some shit. It was insane. And you basically had to skip everything for everybody else. Like, everybody else's good shit, you had to fucking sacrifice to get Steinert's his weapon. I'm sure there was a way to get it all, but holy fuck, man, that'd be insane. Maybe add New Game Plus so that when you beat the game, you can fucking get Steinert's weapon and much more easily by whooping everything's ass. or just get rid of that shit altogether and just make it possible to get everybody's best weapons. Don't make it possible to miss shit. Don't make it possible to miss your ability to go up to the chocobo floating aisle and get your golden chocobo and all that shit. There was like too much missable stuff in the game. It was really annoying. That aspect of the original game. Fix all that horse shit. Make the characters and everything look really cool. It's like make everything look at like, you know, the cutscenes were amazing in that game because they were like staying in the same vein as like Final Fantasy VIII as they carried on to 9. They were like going over the top with the cutscenes. Make the fucking cutscenes, like make the whole game look as good. I mean, those cutscenes look like ass now, but make the whole game like look as good as something like Expedition 33, and that's not even a AAA game really. Just make it look really fucking good, like modern graphics, like Final Fantasy VII Remake, but make it turn-based combat. Don't have an open world. Have a world map. Expand on it. Maybe have more interactivity with the world map. Like you can do more shit out there other than just like run around and ride a chocobo and go into areas, right? It's Square Enix, man. They could do all of this shit, but you know that they're going to fucking turn that into a 3-part fucking shit show like they did with Final Fantasy VII. And then the first one is going to sell like gangbusters. And then the second one, less people are going to care. And the third one, people are pretty much going to be fucking gone because it's too much of an investment, man. Especially when like you got 3 games that each one's 100 hours long. Like it's everything about that just screams alienating your audience. It's so dumb. And if you want to tell me that turn-based combat is like a thing of the past, it's done. Just look at Pokemon, dude. And look at Metaphor ReFantasio that just came out. Look at the entirety of the Persona series, Shin Megami Tensei. Look at all that shit. Look at all the fucking RPGs that are still, the series that are still alive, that are still going. Look at all the Trails games. Look at all the, like, the list goes on and on. Look at all the different indies that have turn-based combat, fundamentally. Look at all the different card games, roguelikes, Slay the Spire, all of those different fucking games that are hugely popular. It's all turn-based, man. Not to mention turn-based, people don't talk about this side of it, but the accessibility of turn-based combat is a huge advantage. Because not everybody's like awesome at video games, but maybe you're not like dexterity-wise awesome at games, and you can't pull off the difficult shit with the controller, but you're not an idiot, and you're good at strategizing, and you're good at organizing a team and making like the right choices during combat. Like, you don't fucking have to worry about your dexterity when it comes to turn-based shit. Anybody can play turn-based shit. You could be virtually crippled and play turn-based games. Even if you just had one fucking finger that you could use at a time. And you could use it to move your character around with the analog stick and then fucking hit the buttons to select the different menu icons, you know? Like, it's accessible to everybody. You don't have to be good at video games to play it. You don't have to be some fucking awesome player. Anyway, fuck, I better go to bed because I have to work again at like 6 p.m., which is less than 12 hours away, and I have to get up in time to like feed myself and maybe not go crazy with like go to sleep, wake up, go to work. That I don't like that shit. Anyway, to my one viewer who's probably asleep or just too shy to say anything, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you did, because that'll put me up to 25 subscribers, which is awesome. I'm trying to get to 300 so I can like monetize my channel. Not that I expect to make money right away, but maybe eventually if I can get some viewers during my live streams, I can at least like get a couple super chats or maybe start having channel members. Who knows? But I would like to just progress my channel. That's the goal. Get to 300 eventually. Get to some of these milestones that YouTube's asking for. But anyway, catch me tomorrow night. I'll be on after like 3 a.m. After I'm done working. So yeah, that's gonna be Jellord out. Thank you to my one viewer for watching, and take care. And I hope you enjoy your day today. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.